The bills were just piling on. They weren't getting any less. They were just getting higher and higher. I just wanted a change. And I was tired of feeling sorry for myself.
Most kids these days, they don't really realize the importance of saving money. They haven't really thought about the long-term goals in the future.
I just thought it was just money. No one taught me about saving. It wasn't something that my family did. It wasn't something that anyone said, oh, you have to save. It comes in and it goes out.
Nothing has astounded me more than the foreclosure crisis and lack of understanding about personal finance was very much at the root of this.
I will never forget the clients that I represented when I was a legal aid lawyer that really were in deep financial decline and how it affected them personally. And if they had only had those financial education classes or financial literacy, they could have had a much better quality of life to provide for themselves and their kids. And that's the purpose behind the Massachusetts Financial Education Collaborative, is to make sure that those negative things don't happen and we can raise the standard of living for residents across the state.
Many people are working on financial education piecemeal by themselves. I think the MFEC is hugely important in that they can be a convener across the state to bring practitioners together.
The collaborative is a group of extremely dedicated and hardworking people who represent a variety of organizations to promote financial education in a broad-based way.
When people access financial education, they see that they have power, buy a home, go to school, save for retirement. They see it as possible, where before, many times, it felt impossible.
Before I went into this program, my circumstances were a little difficult. I'm a single mother and I have a full-time job. I just basically had a dream of having my own business in accounting. It was hard to also manage my money and budget, live on a budget was very difficult.
When I got to the program, it was amazing. It taught me about money and what to do with my money, about credit, and it was just like a wealth of information. Here I am, I'm in my 30s, and I have a bank account and I'm saving. Tariq, who lived 9 years in the projects, who's raising a son, who's working 2 jobs, who worked and just went to the stores and spent money, I can buy a home. And this program showed me the light.
The biggest lesson that I have learned is to never give up. That no matter how hard things may seem, there's always a way. I would have never thought there was a way for me to go to school. It's important for me, for my son, for his future. And I'm so excited and I'm happy and very grateful for the IDA program.
The collaborative looked at creating these 3 lifespan groups, the K through 16, the adult and older adults. Partly because obviously the needs and the interests of the different demographics are different. And so you're trying to develop programs and outreach opportunities that are targeted to the audiences you're trying to reach.
I think the collaborative's work is very encouraging. We're looking at this in terms of the entire set of different lifespans, which makes a real difference. I'm very thankful and excited about the fact that the collaborative is recognized that we have to cross intergenerationally, and that the older population, we do live in an aging society, is a very important component of this.
My program is about incorporating financial education with a skill, which is tax preparation. The goal of the program really is to allow young people to learn the software and the tax law, and at the same time learning financial skills, because I think we need to start early on.
When I started doing the programs, my friends would ask, like, what are you doing? And I say, I'm going to learn how to do taxes. And they're just shocked, like, wow, you're only 16. But like, when I started explaining to them the lessons that you learn and the type of fun it is, I've actually gotten a lot of my friends to want to do the program this year.
When I first told my friends that I've been doing taxes, they just straight out called me out, saying that I'm a liar, because taxes is supposed to be like the big migraine for their parents, yet I'm 16 and I'm doing other people's taxes. But when I started explaining to them, they realized that doing taxes is a great thing because it prepares you for the future.
we should be extremely hopeful. You know, just talking with friends and acquaintances, when you talk about, oh, so what are you doing? It's of interest, and they'll talk about financial education, and almost everybody says, oh my goodness, I wish I had that, I wish my kid had that, because we weren't taught that, and boy do we need it.
There definitely is a hunger for financial education in the community. When I share the knowledge with people, the feedback I'm getting from the community is they didn't hear any, how come they haven't heard about this? Tari, where was this at? And they love it. Thank you so much. I never heard about this. Is this a secret? How come there's no flyers? How come they didn't hear about this? You know, it was like, oh my God, Tari, should I tell someone else? I'm like, yeah, share this information. It's not a secret. Tell everybody.
To have the information of having better money management has been great for me because I've been able to not just live paycheck to paycheck, but been able to save up for my son's education even though he's only 5. But I think it's very important. I want him to be able to go to college when he's at the age to go to college right out of high school. I want to be able to provide for him everything that he needs.
I want to go to college.
My vision for the future is that no student graduate from a Massachusetts high school without basic understanding, credit card debt, personal budgeting, the stock market, the real cost of owning an automobile, insurance, and on, and that the good people in the collaborative will be right there helping out at every step because they are passionate about this issue.
I want to give to my community what I have learned. You know, there's no such thing as a no. You know, that there is a way, you know, to make your dreams come true.
If you have not been financially educated, get that. There is hope, just one step at a time. So yes, financial education means something. It will change your life.